Hey everybody, today we're going to take a look at this West Virginia poll. We're going to find out if Joe Manchin's days in the U.S. Senate are numbered or if he still has a chance. So this poll came out earlier in the week. I wasn't going to do a video on it, but I think I should squeeze a quick one in. And maybe you're not really following what's happening in West Virginia, so let's get into it. There's the headline: Justice has edge in Senate race, and more Capito out ahead in race for governor. So this poll was done with 402 registered voters. They got all 55 counties, and it was from August 16th to 26th. There is a wide margin of error, 4.9%. So first, in the Republican primary for U.S. Senate, Governor Jim Justice is leading with 58% of the vote. U.S. Representative Alex Mooney, he's clocking in at 26%. Now, in the general election, now we don't really even know if Joe Manchin is for sure going to run again. I think he should probably retire, but I also kind of think Jim Justice should retire. Either way, as of right now, we're going to assume that's the likely matchup. And in that general election, we've seen Jim Justice leading in the past. He's up 51 to 38, 11% not sure. So if that held up, that's a safe margin, over 10 points for Jim Justice. Not a good sign for Joe Manchin. If somehow it's not Jim Justice and it is Alex Mooney in the general election, then all of a sudden Manchin is back in this thing. He actually leads 45 to 41 when stacked up against Mooney. So there is a very narrow path for Joe Manchin, if he even runs, for him to be able to win. So Jim Justice, he's the big name. He's the governor. He used to be a Democrat, even won his first term for governor as a Democrat. So I guess at some point these two drifted apart, and now Justice is likely to be the Republican nominee and likely to knock off Joe Manchin in the general election. That would be a crucial flip and a pickup for the Republicans. They do need one more to win control of the U.S. Senate, but right now this looks like the most likely flip. In 2018, Joe Manchin did win. It was by a small margin, only a few points. That was a blue wave, an impressive win for Manchin, but 6 years later, in one of the reddest states in the country, to me it seems at least unlikely he would be able to hold this seat, no matter who he goes up against. I just think Manchin's time has passed, and there's nothing wrong with that. He's in his 70s. He could just retire and call it a career. He could also do something crazy, like try to run as an independent, or maybe even switch to a Republican. I don't think it's likely, but those are some fringe possibilities. This poll also asked what Manchin should do next year. 40% said he should retire, 36% said he should run for another term, 24% think he should run for president as a third-party candidate. Of those that said he should run for president, 8 in 10 indicated they would be very or somewhat likely to vote for him. And I would think most of those people that want him to run for president would be open to supporting him, but you never know. Some of those people hoping it takes away votes from Biden. Now, how about the favorability ratings? Governor Jim Justice, the previous poll he was at 61%, and this poll he's sitting at 56. A little bit of a decline, but still clear majority of support. What about Joe Manchin? Well, this says back in 2021, 42% of respondents said they approve of his performance. Now it's actually up to 51%. So Manchin did bottom out. I remember that. I guess he's rebounded a little. 51%, that's not too bad. He's trying to run as a conservative, more moderate Democrat in a state that overwhelmingly supports Trump. It just really seems like the times and the state has passed him by. Plus, he's extremely wealthy, just like Governor Jim Justice. That could be another disconnect between him and voters, and he does not have the charisma that Donald Trump has. He's fairly soft-spoken, and even though he's won before, in my opinion, he's most likely won his last race. Now, how about the governor's race? Well, next year, Jim Justice, he's term limited out. So in the Republican primary, 32% favor Moore Capito. He's the son of U.S. Senator Shelley Moore Capito. He's also the grandson of a former governor, so his family name, it has a lot of weight in West Virginia. It's probably going to be tough to overcome, but 27% do support Patrick Morrisey. He's the Attorney General of West Virginia. Then it's way down from there with the other candidates. And there's also 26% that say they're not sure about the candidates for governor. How about favorables for Biden and Trump? Well, the incumbent Joe Biden is only sitting at a 26% approval rating, a massive 66% disapprove. That's 40 points in the red for Joe Biden. And his trend has only been on the decline since back in 2021. That's bad, but how does it compare to Donald Trump? Trump is at 49%, 39% disapprove, 12% unsure. In 2020, Trump's approval rating was 56. So he's lost a little bit of support, but he's still 10 points positive. Even with all the Trump baggage, Biden still doing much, much worse. And that's not really all that surprising. Again, super red state politically. If you go to a super blue state or a super blue district, no matter how bad things are for Biden, I would still imagine he would get positive support. And Trump, no matter what in those districts, he's going to be massively in the red. So that's a quick overview of this poll out of West Virginia. There's nothing too groundbreaking in here. Governor Jim Justice looks like he's going to be the nominee. Looks like he's going to be the next U.S. Senator from West Virginia. We'll see if Joe Manchin has anything up his sleeve, but it's going going to be an uphill climb for him. For governor, that race is up in the air, but it is likely to be a GOP hold. We'll follow this as things develop, but that's a quick rundown of where things are at. So let me know in the comments, did you get anything out of this poll? Or did this just confirm Jim Justice, he's going places, and Joe Manchin, he's got one foot out the door? Or do you think Joe Manchin does still have any kind of a reasonable chance? Let me know down below. On your way out, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. Join or donate if you'd like to support the channel. Thanks for watching. See you on the next video.